looks brilliant, give me more of this. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. Yeah, you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized, push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy, but the light has got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Can get you out of my head again. Is it wrong? Is it right? It's like I've won my final war without a fight. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. I know you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized, push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy, but the light has got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Can get you out of my head, get you out of my head. Hurricane, a tidal wave. Essence perfect, life looks brilliant, give me more of this. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. Yeah, you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized, push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy, but the light has got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Can get you out of my head again. Is it wrong? Is it right? It's like I've won my final war without a fight. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. I know you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized, push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy, but the light has got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Can get you out of my head, get you out of my head again.
Please note.
Never gonna stop, never gonna change, never gonna do the things you say. I run my own way to get there. Pulls a coin and I don't seem to care. In the air, no more crowd, just the opposite kind of few clouds. So tell me this time is coming for the sake of all your lies. Why don't you try to be wise? Know that I need you anyway.
Wanted to be alive, just to feel like I'm fading. And though my heart breaks a beat of time, I've crossed the lines just to tell you. Don't lead the way, don't leave a say that I draw with
mapped out every step in life took it away. Left me here, unable to find my way. Who killed the plan again? I set my sights so high, I dreamed of skies so bright, but life is a changing tide. Let's face it and brace it. Nothing happens the way I planned it. Unexpected arises. I'll give it up, baby.
I forgot that it was a new song. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Honor Ramble. I am your host, Auntie Collins. She's back again, and she was filling me in on some really cool as shit stuff. It is Kimmy Sokol.
MJF didn't kill me last weekend. Why are we not starting with this?
I know, you're still alive. You're still alive.
Can I tell you what he did to me?
Absolutely. Hi, Bobby. Hi.
So there was a fan that came up to meet Max, and this fan was wearing a CM Punk hoodie.
Oh no.
So Max calls me over, calls me ma'am, by the way, doesn't even call me by my name, calls me ma'am, even though he's older than me, so don't know how this all works.
Ma'am.
And he's like, don't you think this fan should pay an extra $5 to sign this figure if he's wearing a CM Punk hoodie?
Oh my god.
And I'm like, yeah, and I'm laughing. Like, I am not playing into this, but it was just so funny. And I'm like, yeah, you know, we're all kind of just living in Max's world, so it's kind of whatever Max says. So, sorry. So the fan's playing into it too, and the fan's like, yeah. Like, I don't think you're worth the extra $5. And I'm like dying laughing. I'm like, this is so freaking funny. So now Max signs the figure, he throws it on the floor, crushes it, and then he kicks it, and it hit me. And I was like, ow. He's like, walk it off. You're fine. Don't worry about it. It barely hit you. And I'm like,
Was this the controversy that happened this weekend with MJF?
no, people were sharing the video of him. There were a lot of videos I saw. There was the video of him with the Universal title, like barely touching it, and he threw it on the floor. Then,
that's Max.
yeah, that's Max. Then there was the other video of someone looking at him and saying Adam Cole baby, and then he said Adam Cole has AIDS baby instead. There was that video that was circling around. You never listen. Max has been my most interesting meet and greet I've ever worked. It was so much fun. I didn't die. He kicked me on accident. It was okay.
I feel like MJF's humor is things that were funny in 2008 that aren't appropriate now.
Listen, he's sitting at home. He's not even at TV. He doesn't. Things have changed since he was last on AEW TV. You know, he's sitting at home in his nice little. We saw him last night in his nice little chair. The lights were off. I met his dad. His dad was a nice dude. Yeah, that's his manager.
Oh, interesting.
So his dad was there. So we had his agent and his dad and his manager all in the same place.
That is vastly interesting. If you didn't know, hi, this is the Honor Ramble podcast. We specialize in rambling because honestly, look at the landscape of Ring of Honor.
What is there to even talk? Oh, can we talk about the final battle thing? Because that broke this week.
Yes, you predicted it right here on the show. Scoops McGee.
I don't know who Scoops McGee is. I definitely had nothing to do with the Fightful report. Nothing at all.
I'm sure.
But
you actually work for Fightful, so
I definitely don't. You could
I want to get on that payroll.
I want to get on that payroll too. I think we should both get on the payroll. What if Honor Ramble just goes? Maybe Scoops McGee #1 should talk to my people.
Yeah. But I love the family here. I love the
So do
fandom
I.
here.
I
So.
love the Oli fam. But in case anyone's been living underneath a rock and didn't see my tweet, the rumor is that Final Battle is coming home to me at Hammerstein Ballroom. But here is the funny situation that I am in. I am supposed to work with the Hardy Boys the same day at House of Glory.
How are you gonna do it?
I've been looking at ways of cloning myself to do both. Apparently, that's not a thing. You
That's
can't
not a
do
thing.
that. So I have no idea what I am going to do. I had done a little poll. Oh, wow. Ella wants me to go with the Hardy Boys. Wow. Wow. I did a
Ella, who got put over by
Kurt
Kurt
Angle.
Angle.
Watch her interview on the pop break. It was really good. Um
I don't think I would leave. I can't leave. It's my family. You want to leave
Agreed.
your family, Kimmy?
No, never. But so here like I was saying, here's the thing, right? I don't know what to do. I can't be in two places at once. I did a little poll, Final Battle 1. I don't know what to do. Um
Mhm.
I made technically Final Battle hasn't been announced yet. We have time to change the date, although I am booked literally every weekend in December. So yeah, I don't know what to do. All right, Ella. I'll tell you exactly where to go.
I was about to put my
Oh, you want to put
hat
your
in the
name in the
ring,
hat?
so to speak.
Okay, so you both could probably make up the work that I do anyway if you work together, because usually 3 to 4 people do what I do.
Wait a minute. Wait a
So
minute. Are
yeah,
you saying that one of you is equal to an Ella and a Collins?
yeah.
Ella, should we be insulted?
No, listen.
Honored?
At WrestleCon Philly, the joke was that 4 people, 4 independent wrestlers, make up one Kimmy. So I'm saying half of that makes up me in this position with Hog and the Hardy Boys. So you should feel delighted that it only takes 2 of you and not 4 independent wrestlers. Oh, I'm the goat. Britt Baker said that.
Listen, I read that as Gnar, and I was like, what is that? Is that a new slang?
It's
Sorry. Listen.
Ella, I've taught you enough.
Listen, Ella, my day job has been ruining my night job, so that sounds weird. That sounds weird
What,
to
I
say.
got you? What
Is it like
sounds
a
weird?
Pokemon?
No, it's I got you. I got you. It's a smaller.
Oh, I knew that, but
Bobby, that's what we're clipping, by the way. That's what we're clipping. What are we, 13
oh,
minutes in? Gotcha versus got you.
got you.
Got you.
I think I was more confused by words. See, I was thinking gotta catch them all, and I was like, oh, how can I play in a Pokemon joke? And then I just ruined it. So
You tried really hard. Like, I appreciate the efforts. What
Thank
are
you.
what are your thoughts though on Final Battle allegedly coming back?
Allegedly at Hammerstein
Allegedly.
Ballroom. They had to have Collision the next day, or it wouldn't work.
I agree.
So you want people in New York City on the weekend before Christmas, allegedly. The only way is to add things to it, because if you're just adding Final Battle, people won't show up.
I had even thought one thing they could do is if they did like Final Battle in the afternoon and then Collision at night.
Oh, gotcha. Got it. Got you. Got you. That was big brain talk. That was
That
big
was
brain.
equal signs. Yeah, but I math, what is happening? Yeah,
What
I
is
think
happening?
if they were to do like something like that, I think it also work too because you can have people just do both. I
Yeah.
really hope, again, allegedly, even though Ella's trying to say it's confirmed. I know nothing at all. But I want them to bring back everything they had. I want them to bring back the meet and greets they would have downstairs in the basements before all the final battles. I want them to bring back the merch stuff that you had right when you got into the building. I want them to allow the
Yeah.
streamers. I want every single thing to make it feel, because that's why he's doing this. He's doing it for the history. That's how he's going to hype this all up whenever he announces it. And if it's not next week, that is my question. I am saying it right now. If you don't announce it next week, that is my question to Tony Khan on the full gear scrum. Is this?
I'm sorry. If you don't even announce it before your last AW pay-per-view of the year,
Well, World's End is the last AEW pay-per-view of the year, which would
people
be
don't
after.
consider it. I mean,
It counts. It's December 30th. That's where the Continental Classic. Mike Bailey's probably going to be in the C2.
oh my God. Mike Bailey at AEW.
Big.
Speedball Mike Bailey.
I had texted Ella that I wanted Mike Bailey to be the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion. Listen, Ella, I'm really hoping no one asks about it on the media call. I know somebody will, and then I'm going to cry, and then I'm going to be all upset. But in case nobody does, I have my moment on the scrum.
Interesting. You see him next weekend? Y'all, I'm about ready to pack up my little office here and just like stuff it in my Hyundai accent. And I'm just gonna drive to New York, okay? Because y'all are
You
getting all these
should.
cool things. I'm just gonna quit I'm also on the brink of quitting my job. I don't think that my brain is okay, which is fine. Welcome to the world of wrestling media. But I feel like everybody is kind of on edge where they're just like, I'm
Yeah, I
ready
don't-
to just like,
But we're over where the skies are blue.
we are over where this goes. Listen, Ella J, you are 7 hours closer to New York City than I am. I am like 7 days away.
Yeah, but Ella and I live in the same state and we're 7 hours apart, which is absolutely insane.
That is a choice. That's a choice.
A choice for
that you make.
who?
You could live closer to each other. You can live anywhere you want.
Does anyone have the money for that? I don't. I'll see Ella in 2 weeks at the Cade of Wrestle.
I'm telling you, if you have a dream and the will to live.
Wow, Ella's like Scoops McGee over 3 in here. Oh my god. Nothing happened yet.
Oh my
I
God.
drove 5 hours to just see it. I can't read. I drove 5 hours to see a potential client on Tuesday, 5 hours. That is a lot of 10 hours.
That's
oh my
Canada
god.
for you, man. That's
I've
Canada.
never been to Canada.
You've never been to Canada? You live in New
No.
York and you've never been to Canada?
No, Britt and I had this conversation actually. Because she asked if I'd ever been to London. And I said no. And she's like, you've never been to London? I'm like, no, in case, and if you're offering All In next year, or not even Forbidden Door next year, hi. I'll come with you. Yeah, I've never been to Canada, never been to London. You live 15 minutes from the border? You didn't tell me this when I was in Buffalo.
You've never when you're looking at a map, Kimmy, did
Yeah.
you fail geometry? Do you not know that
Geography.
Buffalo?
Geometry is math.
Oh.
But I've never taken geography class. I almost failed geometry.
Oh my God.
Geometry is the new geography, ladies and gentlemen. They stopped teaching geography. They literally used to have a geography
crying.
class. That's
I'm
the wrong show.
crying.
It is not Sunday. We're not even talking about wrestling. What the hell is happening?
I said geometry. With a straight face, Kimmy.
Oh, wait, I gotta put this in our clip chat. Hold up.
Mm-hmm.
What was that, like 18 minutes?
Yeah.
Bobby, I'm doing this for you. Geometry over geography. You know what? You tried again, really hard.
I'm just saying, I'm so sorry. That was the funniest thing that has ever that I was so
You were so
ready to roast
confident
you.
about it too. You were like, "Have you?" And I was like, "You can't roast me for saying the wrong subject."
Okay, well, anyways, if you look at a map,
I know it's
Buffalo.
close. I know it's close. I didn't know it was that close. Again, I didn't take geography. My school, the New York City Department of Education, does not teach geography.
Okay, false. Because I student taught in New York State
What year?
from. Okay, this is gonna date me, but I student taught from 2010 until 2012,
So I was
and
in
then I was a
elementary school.
teacher until 2014.
Yeah, I never learned geography. Like I didn't have to learn the 50 States song.
That I learned that in 6th grade.
Did you? Nope. I was in, let's see, so 2010, I was in,
Y'all are too young for me, okay? I
yeah,
can't
I was in
ride with
elementary school. I
you.
was in like 4th grade because I graduated in 2012, 5th grade. So yeah, I
I
was in
was
like 3rd grade.
teaching 6th, 7th, and 8th graders.
I was baby child. And poor innocent Kimmy, who wasn't even into wrestling yet. This was pre-wrestling Kimmy.
I'm disgusted right now.
I was disgusted by the Ring of Honor episode too. I mean, we could you could pause your geometry talk. I don't even have. I gotta get up my article because it's in my notes. Are you laughing? Are you making a poll about geography and
Yeah, I'm
geometry?
laughing at you. I'm laughing
Laughing
at
at
you.
yeah, laughing at me. What? I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I'm laughing at you.
Oh, I didn't even do anything. Damn. So we started.
There you go. That's Miss G. That's me as a teacher and my student.
Wait, where did that go? That's so funny. Can you
You
believe
want,
we're
you
up
want to
to?
see?
Yes, I do. Oh, hold on. Where was that?
That's my class on the last day of
Oh my
school.
god.
That's me.
Oh, that
You know
you.
why? Because they said, so this post is from 2011. It says, my second period threw me a party on the last day of school.
Oh, that was nice of them.
Mm-hmm. Anyways.
So we started off this episode 90, by the way. We've made it to 90 episodes. I don't know how. We are all still here.
90 episodes? Have you ever done anything 90 times?
I'm pretty sure I've worked 90 conventions.
Oh my god.
Pretty sure I've written 90 articles. I've podcasted 90 times. So yeah, I've done a couple things 90 times.
What in the What
I
is
don't know.
happening to this show? Okay, everybody put in the chat when you can't make polls on Blue Sky. Is everyone on Blue Sky?
You can't make polls on Blue Sky? What do you mean you can't make a poll on Blue
You
Sky?
can't make a poll. You can post a photo, you can post a video, you can post a GIF.
What the hell? You still have to follow me back on Blue Sky.
Okay.
Thank you.
What if I don't?
I'm gonna. So when me and Ella were fighting Sean to follow us back, I remember Ella and I both said that Sean didn't follow us, that we were just gonna unfollow him. And then when we saw him in 2 weeks, we were going to yell at him in person and be like, "We unfollowed you because you didn't follow us."
Oh.
Because I bully people.
Are you gonna bully me?
No,
Okay.
I'm a
I'm
nice.
putting the poll right now. It's gonna be
What's the poll?
what decade? What decade did you start watching wrestling?
July 2nd, 2010.
July 2nd, 2010. Tell me about. July 2nd, 2010.
I went to
24 minutes in.
I've tried to get this show on track. I want Ella Ella always makes fun of me because every time we do a pod, she's like, "Oh, Kimmy's gonna ramble for like 25 minutes and we're never gonna get to the topic." And I'm like, I've tried. So I went to a TNA base brawl show. Was my first ever wrestling show. I went with my dad and my grandpa. We got like the VIP like tickets, so we got to take a picture in the ring with RVD. So if you ever see like the picture of like little Kimmy with my dad and RVD, that's a picture I always share. It's from my first event. I still have the ticket. It's literally on my door. And underneath it, it's like my TNA episode 1000 ticket because I got comped to that show. So it's kind of like the look we had to pay. Now we get invited. How much can change in 10 years? So yeah, so that was my first ever show, July 2nd, 2010.
Interesting. My first ever show was in the 90s.
Oh my god.
And
20
Bret
years
Hart-
after I started watching.
Bret Hart was on the card.
Oh my god, really?
I got to
my
see
God.
Bret Hart.
Oh my god, was Kurt Angle on the card? You and Ella's favorite wrestler?
No,
no?
not yet. He had
no,
not
not yet.
joined the WWF yet.
Oh, he was Olympics. Huh. Broke a freaking neck.
Ass cheeks? Okay, Ella, I gotta ask you about that. Okay, well, I mean, let's talk about episode 90. This is episode 90 of Ring of Honor in the Tony Khan era. We start with a 4-way tag team match.
I feel like I went in a time machine back 3 months to see these pointless 4-corner survival matches. This felt a little.
But we saw the grizzled young veterans.
Yes, we did
First time.
because Collision has
ROH.
nothing else for them, so they got to end up here. We saw the Gates of Agony versus Dark Order versus the Grizzled Young Veterans and the Undisputed Kingdom. This was a little rushed. Like I felt like as it was getting its momentum, it just like stopped. Good showing.
I mean, it was like a 13-minute match, right?
That was 13 minutes. There was no.
When I looked at the time clock, I was like, okay, we're like 10 minutes into the show. So they had to have their entrances. So I guess that's like a couple minutes off it. But it was substantial.
Undisputed Kingdom won, and I don't know why.
And of course, who did they pin?
I don't know.
The friggin' Dark Order.
Oh,
again.
Of course they did.
Because
Evens out.
I love that the crowd is super into Matt Taven. I mean, yeah, it's like home for him. But
he's going after the pure title. Why is he?
Why are we in tag team action? Yeah, this is where we're gonna lose people, is because it's our first match in, and nothing makes sense. Are you surprised?
But the next thing made sense.
All right.
Kind of.
But after the match, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett did approach the Gates of Agony, and they had a respectful handshake, maybe?
So this also confused me because the Gates of Agony are
They're
technically heels. Undisputed Kingdom is babyface because now they're with Adam again.
Why? Does that make sense? No, it makes 0 sense. But
because in the land of Ring of Honor, nothing makes sense until I yell at Tony Khan about it.
Okay.
Next,
Well,
we
tell
had
us about this next match.
We had Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara, our Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. Way to make it on the show. Round of applause. I met Dustin actually.
Is he tall?
He's very tall. I mean, I met him as a fan, but this is like my first time meeting him in the position I'm in the con world. And I remember I went up to him and I was like giving him a handshake, and he was like, he was giving me a fist bump. He was like, snail. And I was like, wait, I got one for you.
He's cool?
Yeah, so I'm like, wait, I got one for you. I go, come back. He's like, what? So he goes to fist bump me again. I go, hot air balloon. He was like, "Wait, what?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I go, "Wait." So then I showed him how to do it. He's like, "I'm gonna do that from now on." That was genius level thinking, Kimmy. And I was like, "No problem." So yeah, I got to see him. He again, cool dude. They wrestled a tag team called Shot Through the Heart, which awesome tag team name. Hell yeah. This match really didn't matter till the end. Guevara got the win, and the Righteous came out and attacked Rhodes and Guevara. Dutch had a cowbell around his neck, and he threatened to hit Rhodes with it. And I think we can all see that this is going to end up in some kind of like a bunkhouse brawl, maybe like a
Commentary kept putting over this freaking cowbell like it was the freaking Liberty Bell. Like it was like some ancient relic that like we all should know and like share reverence for.
Well, it comes in clutch more like later on where they talk about the fact that like Dusty Rhodes trained Dutch, and Dustin was known for cowbells. But I mean, I don't understand why we do all these tag team matches, and like we already have a number one contender.
Right. We're already building for something else. It doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry.
It
That's my
confuses.
eye.
Oh, that's okay.
It did confuse me, but
Did confuse.
I do appreciate that Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara gave the rub to Love. What was his name? Love
Shot
D.
through. Oh, I didn't get the names. I just did Shot Through the Heart. That was their tag team name.
They were so cute. They were so cute. I was trying to look on a cage match and I didn't get it. But Shot Through the Heart, and they did that because you know what? That's my karaoke song.
Is it really? I did not know
Yeah.
that.
You Give Love a Bad Name. Mm-hmm.
That's a good song. It's by Bon Jovi. I know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
You know who Bon Jovi is?
It's like I went to school in New Jersey for 4 years.
You know what's so funny is I told like my boss and I will have conversations, and he's from the area that I lived in as a kid, right? So I'm always like, half of my teenage years was spent in Washington because it was my dad worked on a Navy base. The other part, I lived in New Jersey. And he's like, but didn't you like graduate from high school here? And I was like, yeah, but like I don't really like consider that because I graduated early and then I left, and then I moved to New York and all these things, and then I was living in New Jersey. And he goes, your life doesn't make any sense because why would you say that you grew up in New Jersey when you only lived there like in your late teens and early 20s? And I was like,
because it counts.
Because it counts. Because I don't consider myself a grown adult until like I turn 25. Like,
oh my God, that's in 2 years. Oh my God.
oh my God.
Oh my God. I'm not okay with
Kimmy,
that.
I'm sorry. I made fun of you. Do you forgive me?
I guess
Sorry.
so.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like I spent a lot of like my adolescence in one spot and it got transferred to the other. I still wasn't a grown up. I couldn't rent a car. I still, couldn't drink alcohol. And I was living in Jersey. Living in New York. Going to college.
College.
Isn't that part of like growing up?
No, I agree with you.
I've never really had like a place where, I mean, that's also part of trauma is like, I've never really had like a place that was like, okay, this is where we are from. Because I've just lived everywhere. And that was my first like little home to myself.
So it counts. I agree with you. It counts. That's where you grew up. The Northeast.
Yep, that is where I grew up. I am just seeing this. Hello to our friend Greg Cherry.
What's up?
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Well,
Are you
we
ready
do
for
get a
new tag
promo
team?
backstage.
Oh, promo. Where was I? What
We
promo?
got a promo from Chris Jericho.
I don't know
Do we
where
not
I
talk
was.
about this? Hello, the Ring of Honor world champion Chris Jericho and the Learning Tree cut a promo
Oh, that was
backstage.
from last night's Dynamite. They showed it on
I'm-
Dynamite. It doesn't count.
Well, it counts because they showed it on Ring of Honor, and Big Bill said that they're up to the challenge for Ishii. I love that Chris Jericho talked about how Ishii was a young boy, and he said that he was a main event star. This is the early '90s. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. No,
had
you
to feed into
weren't.
his ego.
Chris Jericho was not a main event talent in the '90s. Everybody knows that, right?
Didn't he beat The Rock and Austin in the 90s on the same night?
Not the early '90s.
Still the 90s. Still counts. Still a
Not
decade
the
I wasn't born
early
in.
'90s.
Still a decade I wasn't born in.
Yeah, I feel like I'm dropping frames. I'm sorry if I am. But yeah, we're talking about Chris Jericho, and people have left the chat. So sorry, everybody's gone. Everybody left because they heard the word Chris Jericho and they said, "Nope, nope."
But don't worry, he'll be part of the reason why Hammerstein Ballroom sells out. Next, we have brand new tag team.
Tell
Don't
me
know
about
why,
Frank
but we
Martin.
have brand new tag team. We have Griff Garrison and Preston Vance.
What does that mean for Cole Carter?
He got boo boo.
He got boo boo and now he's
He
gone.
got boo boo. So now he home until his boo boo better.
He boo boo Baba. What
Yes.
insane.
But talking about great tag team names, so the next tag team name was called Waves and Curls, who had the biggest pop of the entire night.
They've been on AEW television before. They are indie legends, fantastic wrestlers. If you want to go check them out, they are fan-fucking-tastic.
My only note on this match is why there's so many tag team matches within the first 25 minutes of this episode.
It was really confusing. But why aren't they like leaning into the whole like who the fuck is Griff Garrison? Because every time Griff Garrison comes on my television, you know what I say?
Who the
Who
fuck,
the fuck is Griff Garrison?
I don't know. I am not Anthony Khan. Sometimes I wish I was. I don't
You know
know
what would
why.
You know what would be hilarious is it
What?
at Full Gear, a figure that looks like Jack Perry, and you know what where I'm going with this, wears a mask. And him and Danny Garcia are right, they're just hitting each other. And then Danny Garcia pins the figure with the hair. And he takes the mask off. He takes the mask off and it's Griff Garrison.
No, that's horrible. No.
And then
no.
Jack
No.
Perry jumps in.
No.
Pins him clean.
No.
1, 2,
no.
3.
No, you don't understand. There is a vision that's going to happen on the scrum next week. You know what the vision is?
What?
I don't know if I told the story on here. So at the World's End Media Scrum, it was Daniel's first scrum. So for those who don't know, I worked Daniel's first ever con appearance. Him and I go way back. Like literally to like when he first signed with AEW. So he walks into the scrum. I start dying laughing. I'm like, this is going to be hysterical. He nods his head at me, and when he's in a new environment, he gets a little angsty. So every time he answered a question, he would look at me to kind of reassure him that he was doing it right, and I'd be like, "You're doing good. Good job, Daniel. Woohoo!" So then I asked the last question, and usually in the scrums, if they know who I am, they're not supposed to say my name. We're supposed to completely kayfabe it, and without even a hesitation, "Hi, Kimmy." I was like, "Oh my god, no, Daniel, no."
Oh,
No. No. And I felt like I made it. A month later, when I saw him, he had said I was the only media person he'd ever do that for. He wouldn't do it for anybody else. So I need us to recreate this moment on the Full Gear Scrum next week when he wins his first title. So that is the vision. He has to win. We have to get our moment. He's got to say, "Kimmy, we did it." It's the vision.
That's an interesting vision.
Listen, I planted the vision for him to shout me out on the World's End Scrum. I said it on a podcast 3 days before. I was like, wouldn't it be great if Daniel just went to the scrum and shouted me out? And then it happened. So I'm just manifesting a little early.
Should I be manifesting things now?
Yes.
Should I just be manifesting that someone's going to give me a plane ticket so that I can go to
Full Gear.
Full Gear?
Yes. That's what you gotta do. You just gotta say things out loud, and then hopefully it happens. Knowing my luck,
Okay.
Daniel won't win next week, but I can't see a scenario where he loses.
You can't? I just told you one.
I mean, yeah, but that's not gonna happen. The
I
only
like
I'm sorry.
I fully endorse it.
You're the only one.
All right. If you're in the chat, tell us the likelihood of Daniel Garcia.
Well, here's my thing. The EVPs are gone. The Bucks are gone. Okada's kind of doing the Continental Classic because that's starting in 2 weeks. Which by the time Full Gear is over, it will be like that Wednesday. They're going to start the Continental Classic. So there is like nothing EVP-ish going on until they come back and take out the Death Riders, which is why you got to strip everybody of the titles. Which is why Daniel has to win. Because Jack's probably going to disappear and go off of TV, and then he'll come back with the Bucks.
Really?
So Daniel has to win.
Mm.
And his two best friends are the tag team champs. And since Daniel's kind of also like leading the whole like, I'm going to take the Death Riders out little train, they all got to be champs, taking down the big heels.
That seems like a lot.
Plus, this is Daniel's third TNT title match. Third time's the charm.
It seems like a lot.
A lot of really good explanation.
Chris Faithful in the chat says, "Boo,
That's really
Daniel
rude.
Garcia."
That's my friend. That's really rude.
Bucks Omega and Ibushi taking.
Omega's not coming back to AEW until 2025. We got time. We gotta.
I need you to know
Yes.
how much I want Kenny Omega back.
You could listen to his interview with Sean Ross Sapp. They did one. It was released a couple hours ago.
It was a couple hours ago. I thought you were talking about the one like a couple of years ago, or like 2 years ago.
No, Sean
There's a new
just. Yeah, there's a new one. You could see it.
This is what happens. This is what happens. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Okay.
Someone in space said, "Oh, in space, in the universe, went. Collins is going to advance in this career that I don't want. I don't want this career. I don't want it. I don't. But it makes money, and I have all this responsibility, and people look up to me now. Teach them how to do this job. Also, I have to lead this job."
That
a couple hours ago, I was finishing my job. I also was watching Ring of Honor, and I also was driving my car.
Multitasking queen.
All I'm saying is that wrestling has not been my number one priority, and I want it to be.
Oh, it's not fun.
I just need to get over this. Like, why do I have responsibilities? Why can't other people take my responsibilities?
Listen, I love this sport. I will ride and die with it.
Did you call it a sport?
I did for my point. My point is this whole thing has made me very heartbroken at times. It's made me contemplate my whole life.
You called pro wrestling a sport.
Am I being sued? Am I being sued for doing that?
No, I just find it to be interesting that you think it's a sport.
I consider it one. I consider my friends that are wrestlers athletes. But yeah, having wrestling is being a priority.
You can be an athlete and not be in a sport.
I mean, I think it is one. I've never considered anything else.
Okay, well, maybe I just think that I love some predetermined athletics.
I love watching my friends beat the absolute living crap out of each other, and I get to talk to them about it.
Are we still talking about Griff Garrison and Preston Vance?
Oh, I thought we were going to move on to Aaron Solo versus Katsuyori Shibata.
I'm sorry, can you say?
Katsuyori Shibata.
That's what I thought.
I love.
I
You
just want Mel Ball Collins to
No.
tell you
No,
what she
it's
thinks
not
of
gonna go well.
Hatsuyori.
Make sure to clip that and send it to her. You can follow me on Blue Sky. My Blue Sky is literally my name dot by whatever it has to be. But yeah, I do have one. I made one yesterday. I was coerced into making one at It's LJ.
I mean, it's about time because
Well, this
I've
was
been
my
on there.
thought process: is we do this every time, right? Where we all jump to an app and then we just end up back on Twitter, and we do it every single time. But then Ella texted, and I texted Ella 3 days ago, and I'm like, Ella, are we gonna be forced to make a Blue Sky? And she's like, no, like we're not gonna cave. We're not gonna cave. We made this pack. She texted me yesterday afternoon. She goes, so I made a Blue Sky. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm like, now I gotta make a Blue Sky? She's like, yes, you do gotta make a Blue Sky. And I was like, ugh. So that is how I ended up on Blue Sky.
Well, I'm glad that you were on Blue Sky.
I have over 100 followers on Blue Sky, which I was really shocked about.
Well, it's because you got to get on one of those like starter pack.
I am on a
things.
starter pack.
Who would put you on a starter pack?
Mike from
Who did it?
Indeed put me on a starter
Mike
pack.
from Indeed.
Yes. He put me on a starter pack. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't him. It was somebody who I don't know put me on like a wrestling media starter pack. I thought it was Mike. Oh, his name is John Taylor. I have no idea who he is, but he put me on a.
Am I in there?
I don't know if you are. I'll look. I think you are. And that's how I think I followed you. And you still didn't follow me back.
It's because I don't know how to follow people.
Oh, you
back.
are in here. You're in
Yeah.
here. So you literally just go to my account and you click follow.
That's me. I mean, I've tagged you already. I get weirded out.
My first post on Blue Sky was really funny. I think we're calling them skeets. I said, so is this another.
Skeets?
That's what somebody told me. I think it was Nyla. So my first
Skeets?
skeet or tweet or whatever was, so is this another app I can yell at Sean Ross Sapp about our top golf game?
Oh my god.
And then Ella told me to stop it, and I was very upset.
Do you say very?
Very. What did you think of Shibata and Aaron Solo?
Okay, Aaron Solo is growing on me like freaking gangrene at this point. Hey, look at that. We got to change our little tickler thing. We got Blue Sky.
We got a Blue Sky.
Finally, now when I tell people where to go.
They know.
Jeez, took you long enough, Bobby.
He did this
I'm over here.
afternoon.
I've been on Blue Sky since you had to have a code.
What?
Mm-hmm. You had to have a code to get on Blue Sky. I will tell you what the first thing that I blue skied.
Blue skied. I'll tell you all about Shibata and Aaron Solo. I do love that they.
June 21st, 2023. And this is what I posted.
Oh my god. June of 2023.
I'm here when you come home from work and you take your bra off. That's me. It's me.
I do love that they seem to be wanting to push Aaron Solo. They've been giving, although he's been losing, they've been putting him in a lot of big matches the last couple weeks. He wrestled Ishii. He wrestled Shibata this week, so that's interesting. Shibata has also racked up a couple wins in ROH sanctioned matches, so I'm wondering if they wanted to get involved in Final Battle in some sort of way, maybe in like a champion, maybe like a TV title match or something, because Tony Khan loves Shibata, and since we're in Hammerstein allegedly, I think they want him involved, so I think that's what they're trying to do. But yeah, this happened. Shibata won.
Definitely, I think everybody has a hard on for Shibata. If you don't have a hard on for Shibata, I don't think you actually like the sport of professional wrestling. You know why? Because he's the wrestler.
Literally.
He's literally the wrestler. Aaron Solo getting some reps in, took another loss, but not for nothing. But it was great.
From there,
This is what they should have opened up the show with.
I agree. I think starting off with the tag match was a little rough, especially because like, why? No purpose. There was a little purpose in this one, like we said, Shibata racking up some wins. Speaking of people racking up wins, Commander.
Wow, he's back. He was gone for a while, correct? Was he out with injury or out with visa issues?
I was not told anything. Again, I'm not Scoops McGee, so I don't know why I would be told such things, but I was not told anything.
Huh.
He wrestled
Well,
Josh Woods. I'm a little confused because for all the cool vignettes that they did before they rebranded themselves from the varsity athletes to the premier athletes, they have become the jobbers of Ring of Honor. And I don't get why.
I don't know why, and it's a joke.
Mark Sterling and Alex Abrahantes got involved halfway through this match. They both took bumps for each other. I remember this is actually when Ella called me, and I was like, "Oh my god, why did Abrahantes just spear Mark Sterling in the middle of the ring? What is happening?" But Commander was able to take advantage and get the win, and it looks like he's finally on a winning streak. So looks like he'll be competing at Final Battle.
Who is he going to face it? Final battle.
Maybe we do 4 corners for the TV title. So it'll be Brian Cage, Commander, Shibata. Fuck. Who's not doing anything right now? And Preston Vance. There you
You
go.
think Preston Vance, who's been losing?
He's picked up wins before he was stuck in this tag team with Griff Garrison. Maybe Griff Garrison is the downfall.
I don't know, man. I thought it was great. I love seeing Mark Sterling get the pants speared off him, because who doesn't love seeing a lawyer, a scummy lawyer, get speared? Tell me.
Exactly.
But it was great. And it sucks that the premier athletes that had these cool as shit vignettes months ago are just reduced to this. Why?
It's sad. I remember when they took Ring of Honor hostage and they had the whole Ring of Honor locker room come out and try to stop them, and nothing came of that. So it looks like those vignettes were a waste of everyone's time, effort, and money. However, next match, so good. Abaddon is back. We decided to use them past October 31st. It is a miracle.
I
And
know.
they wrestled Viva Van, and I am fully convinced that somehow Van is on some type of AEW ROH deal because she's been featured on Ring of Honor a lot more consecutively. She's been on Rampage, she's been on Collision a couple times, she has a Titantron, so fully convinced of that. This was fun. Abaddon got the win. I got to see Viva this past weekend at the con I was working, which was really fun. I've known her for about a year. She was very excited to see me. We talked about Ring of Honor a little bit. But yeah, super, super excited to see what comes next for both of these humans.
Mm-hmm. I love Viva Van. I'm ready for her to get signed because
I agree.
we've seen her enough. I think she's ready. And Abaddon is creepy as fuck. Sorry, I'm swearing. Jeez. She's creepy as blank. Screaming, being crazy. But it didn't seem to throw off Viva Van too much.
Nothing is ever. I give Viva a lot of credit too because she's someone that literally went from the Collision taping last Thursday to New York for the con to Boston for the New Japan show. Like she She's put in the work. I think she's ready to get her flowers.
I agree.
Sadly, though, Billy Starks was wearing too many flowers for Athena and Lexi Nair.
As we go into an emergency MIM meeting, tell me about it.
So Lexi says that she thinks Billy is ready to apologize to Athena for everything that has happened the last couple weeks. Athena then enters the frame and she makes fun of Starks' outfit, and her and Lexi talk about the different countries she's going to travel to on Athena's world tour. She talks about London, talks about France, talks about Japan, which I find very interesting because obviously if we're having a final battle now, don't know how that's gonna go into things. Layla Gray, my very good friend Layla Gray, interrupts and challenges Athena to a match. Athena says this is the perfect opportunity to showcase her talents before her world tour, and Athena accepts her challenge for a Proving Grounds match next week. I am so freaking hyped. I have been on the Layla Gray train for the last couple years now. She's someone that put her time in OVW. She actually just won the MCW Women's Championship, I believe, last weekend. So she's definitely putting in all the work. If they're really going to descend with Top Flight and that faction's going to break up, I think Ring of Honor is a perfect place for her. She's been doing reps on Collision. Collision, Rampage. She's been wrestling a lot over there.
Mhm.
So I'm excited for what this is going to bring. But again, poor Billy. Poor Billy.
Poor Billy. But come final battle.
So this is what I'm confused about, right? So if Athena loses at Final Battle, which I think we're all pretty much saying she's gonna lose at Final Battle, like, when is she like? Why would she go on a world tour? Why can't she just come to Dynamite?
Why can't she beat Athena?
Why can't Athena beat Athena?
No. Why can't Mercedes? Sorry, brain went somewhere else.
Why can't Mercedes Monet beat Athena?
No.
Why can't Athena beat Mercedes?
Why is my brain done?
Why can't Athena beat Mercedes?
I just.
Is that what you're trying to say?
That is what I'm trying to say. I'm
Okay.
trying to say Athena should beat Mercedes in Texas.
I think that they have that free. I think that's next weekend. They're doing that free kickoff event where Athena will be there. I believe Mercedes will be there as well. I think that is the projected match. There's Athena's on like every poster for this show. There's no way she's not going to be on it, and that makes me very excited. I plan on being there somehow, some
way.
Listen, Athena's agent literally. I had tried to ask him the early plans if she was supposed to be on the card, and he goes, Kimmy, if Athena's wrestling a plush toy, you will be there. I know you. And I was like, damn, just supporting
that
your.
sounded shady.
I'm like, just trying to support your client, like a good friend.
Yeah, like a good friend. State Farm is there.
Dun, 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 dun. This week's match from the Ring of Honor Vault was Hyon versus Athena, which was a Proving Grounds match for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship from March of 2023. Now, I understand when you do these Vault things, and sometimes they're related to the pay-per-view or they're related to the episode. This has nothing to do with anything. This match was a 5-minute match. Hyon has really not been in Ring of Honor, so this made no sense whatsoever, and this was a waste of time. I think Collins died.
Why? There were so many matches to show. We've already done an Athena match.
We
It
did
was Athena winning
the title
against
2 years ago
Mercedes.
from Mercedes.
Why are we doing this?
I don't know. Maybe that's why I should ask Tony on the scrum. Why do you do the Ring of Honor Vault?
Why?
Why?
I knew we did it that 1 week. The 1 week where people were getting injured and they needed to fill up time and space. Cool, great, awesome. We did it that 1 week when we were like, oh, let's look at some matches of Bryan Danielson versus Kenta. Because, reminisce about that.
And then they did Didn't they do the Nigel match? Didn't they do a Nigel match?
Yes, they did a Nigel match, and then they had one of the ladder matches
They
Okay,
had
I'm
Curry
sorry.
Man for Halloween, which was a waste of everyone's time, effort, and energy as well.
Why did we do that?
I get that you're trying to sell people on the library, but putting these matches in the middle of the episode is not selling
That's
people
not how
on
you
that.
do it. This doesn't
No.
make me want to look for him.
No, it does not. However,
Anyways,
Vincent and Dutch are looking for their
continue. Yes.
Ring of Honor title match. So the Righteous, they wrestled Matt Raymond and Sammy Diaz, which was another tag team squash match. What else is new? Welcome to Ring of Honor in the later half of 2024. After the match, Vincent says that you have to force the hand in Ring of Honor to get what you want in life. And that is what he and Dutch are going to do. He says that they should have been the Ring of Honor tag team champions long ago, and everybody knows it. Dutch plays into the cowbell and says Dustin dreamed of it being handed down to him, except it was not. And he says Dusty Rhodes saw a lot more in Dutch than he ever did in Dustin Rhodes. So, like I said earlier, I think this is going to lead into some like bunkhouse brawl. Maybe like everyone's attached at like kind of like a dog collar match, but they're all attached to the cowbell. I think they're gonna play into that. But yeah, the Righteous one. I think they're gonna be the ones to defeat Guevara and Rhodes whenever this match happens, and rightfully deserved.
Is that rightfully? Yes. Yes. Weren't we weeks ago, months ago, wanting Sammy Guevara to turn on Dustin?
Yes.
What
Listen,
happened to
there's
that?
been no news about Dustin's contract yet, and his contract's apparently up. So
It's weird. It's weird.
our main event was also weird, to be fair, and I will tell you
Okay,
why. Our main
we
event,
are into the main event.
our main event was weird because they literally announced it this morning,
Mm-hmm.
right? And usually they announce the matches the day before. I yelled at Tony about that on the scrum, and it magically changed when I yelled at him. Look at me. The setting changed for this match as well. I don't know if you've noticed the last couple weeks, a lot of the bigger Ring of Honor matches they do tape during Dynamite. Justin Roberts is the ring announcer for most of these matches. You could tell the bigger crowd size and the arena size, and the reason they mostly do this is so they have a crowd and
A
noise.
crowd.
Unfortunately, the crowd was very quiet for this one.
Why? Why were they quiet? I don't understand. Was it after like a particularly exhausted show?
What they
Like,
probably did was they probably did Dynamite, they probably did Rampage, and they did this match right after Rampage. Which sucked because this match was really good. I think Diamante always kind of shines in these types of matches. We saw the Texas Death match that happened at Death Before Dishonor earlier this year, which I seen a lot of people say was their like underrated match of the year, was that one. And those two really showed out, and Diamante showed out here as well as Red Velvet. Lots of weapons were used, from ladders and chairs and kendo sticks. You can tell that Red's been more comfortable in the ring. We talked about the last couple weeks she's been in Mexico. She was in that tournament in CMLL. I think that really gave her a confidence boost as well. It's kind of similar to like Anna Jay when she went to Japan, and you see like how really good her matches have been since going to Japan. It's kind of the same thing of like now that Red's been to Mexico, you could, like I said, see the confidence. This is what we want to see from our women's TV champ. I mean, someone that defends the title and puts on really good matches. So yeah, I thought they were going to save this for the pay-per-view, which I don't know who they're going to have Red face unless they're going to put the strap on Trisha Dora now, but I don't think the time's right. So, I don't know. Good match, though.
I think, right, if you had just this match as the main event, and then you had Abaddon and Viva Van, and then you had Aaron Solo and Shibata, and then maybe some of the tag team stuff. Like, throw the opening, four-way tag match somewhere in there. That's all you needed. That's all you needed.
I
And
agree.
this show actually would be like actually really great.
Yes.
But there's so much filler and I don't know what we're doing.
And it's a waste of time. I mean, I was talking with somebody today about this because we were talking about Hammerstein, and I said, I'm like, oh, but it's going to sell out. And they're like, no one's going to pay to go watch Ring of Honor and Hammerstein Ballroom. I'm like, but you were saying that without knowing the card. And he said to me,
Right.
he goes, Kimmy, how many people do you know watch the weekly product that are going to go to the pay per view besides you?
But people who watch the pay-per-views, majority of them do not watch week after week.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
I said that
They
on a
sum
pod
it up.
earlier this week. I said you don't have to watch the weekly shows to watch pay per view. You could go on Twitter. Ian Riccaboni does a great like top 5 moments of Ring of Honor that you could just watch that and you know what's going on. Or you can listen to this wonderful podcast as well as our wonderful friends over at Fightful and watch those post shows. And we got y'all covered. You could read there are multiple people say what happens on articles and stuff, including me. Hi. But it's like fuck, I think they're gonna sell it
I
out.
also feel that about WWE is that like I could watch some clips on YouTube and then watch the pay-per-views and I know what's going on. I don't need to watch week after week. Is that an indicator that you're telling good enough stories on your pay-per-views? Yes. But why invest week after week after week? I'm not being rewarded for watching the show week after week after week.
And remember, we pay for it.
Well,
We pay-
I know.
We pay $9.99 a month.
I pay for this. This is a waste of my time.
After
So
the month.
again, I could just watch the pay-per-view and that's it. I
Oh,
don't know.
Anthony.
Oh, Anthony.
Oh, Anthony.
Driving me crazy.
As he always does.
Mm-hmm. But what's your final thoughts about this show? Oh my God, we're only an hour into this show.
Look, Ella, I'm learning. I don't understand what the fixation is about tag team matches. I don't get it. I don't know why we were trying to build
Because
it.
Tony heard us shit talking the tag division, and he was like, "Well, I'll show you. I'm going to show you."
Well, here's the problem. You have a 6-man division, and 2/3 of them have not been on TV since the freaking summer. Let's go fix that problem. I mean, listen, I think the other thing I'm kind of worried about too is we are about a month out from the tentative date of Final Battle, and we haven't announced this yet. And I don't know what we're waiting for. And I think, it's the holidays. The Northeast has a lot of wrestling events coming up. We have Full Gear next weekend. We have WWE and MSG. We have Final Battle and Collision. And it's Christmas.
That's
and
a lot.
inflation.
I'm exhausted. Are you tired?
I'm always tired. I'm traveling. I don't know if you saw my post. I'm traveling like I don't have a free weekend till Christmas.
I know. You are going crazy, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. This is what burnout's gonna look like. No one talked to me Christmas week. Not gonna hear from me. This is gonna be.
I'm gonna FaceTime you. I don't even
Gonna
have your phone number.
Make sure to say that on the live on the air. Yes.
I do not have Kimmy's. I don't have anybody's phone number.
Damn.
When was the last time I put a contact in my phone? When I met my husband?
I think.
Wait a minute. We are all proud of Kimmy and Auntie too. Listen, I didn't do shit. I didn't do shit.
You showed up. You're doing your Full Gear predictions this weekend.
Oh my God.
Listen, if you do it at night, I might be there.
Okay. Because then Ella could be there too.
Oh my God. If you do it during the day, I cannot be there. But if you do it sometime at night.
I don't want to do anything ever to anyone.
That sounds... No.
I don't want to ever do anything ever to anyone. Ever again.
Ever again?
Never again. I'm tired. I'm just a tired person.
Do you
I
also
gotta
work
figure
with fucking children?
honestly, after a week like this week with how much I've done and I'm training people, and then I found a data privacy issue, so I had to like write an incident report and like I'm tired. I just want a nap. I fell asleep watching Dynamite last night.
Oh damn, really?
Mm-hmm. Fell asleep right there on the couch. My husband said that he looked over at me and he said, "You good?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." He goes, Are you gonna sleep?" And I said, "No." And then that's the last thing I remember. He said I was snoring. Snoring at 8 o'clock at night. Snoring.
8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, this is, Kimmy. This is everything that you can aspire to be at the age of 36 years old.
I'm good. I want to keep traveling the world till the wheels fall off.
Okay, well, my wheels have fallen off, and I'm gonna fall asleep.
No.
I gotta change up my tickler, but
So you gotta put my blue sky in there. You can follow me on Twitter at Kimmy_Sokol. You can follow me on Instagram at Kimmy.Sokol. You can follow me on Blue Sky at Kimmy Sokol. Yada, I don't know what at Blue Sky, whatever, yada yada. You could see my written review for Ring of Honor on PW Insider. You could see me here every Thursday reviewing Ring of Honor with Collins. You could see me this weekend at Infinite Collectibles in Brooklyn. I will be representing Lucy Christian Bell. I'm taking a break from wrestling signings because y'all boring and I needed a break. So I'm going to the anime world. That I definitely did not do that by choice. I was supposed to be with Orange Cassidy this week and I was very upset about that.
yeah.
Heartbreaking. What else do I got going on? WrestleCade in 2 weeks. There's over 200 talent. This is the biggest lineup that they've ever had. Today we announced, and I'm saying we because I had a part in doing this, and I'm so excited about it. Sting and Darby Allin are doing a photo op together. It is,
Oh my god, I saw that and I screamed! Ah!
that is something that was put together a couple weeks ago. I had a little bit of a part in doing it, and it's top tier. One of my favorite things I was able to make happen. This is Darby's first ever wrestling convention ever. He's never done a just
What?
wrestling convention. Yes,
What?
he's only done Comic Cons. So if you are in the, and that's just a little bit of what you could do at WrestleCade. I'm gonna be there. SRS is gonna be there. Ella's gonna be there. Cassidy from Body Slam's gonna be there. Oh, Samira, JPJ, all of us are going to be there. So if you are in the Winston-Salem area, go to WrestleCade, say hi to us, have a good time. Again, I will be with Mick Foley, Sting, and Lita, and I'm going to be wrecking havoc. And I'll be
I
at Full
love
Gear
it.
next week, so say hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm your Auntie Collins. Please don't follow me on Twitter because everybody's leaving Twitter, and it is so strange to go from an app that I used to unconsciously click open just so I could scroll to not even opening it until I go to bed.
Oh, wow.
But now I got Threads. Now I got Blue Sky. Now I got everything else. So go follow me. I'm either at _ queer auntie or Blue Sky doesn't like underscores, so it's just queer auntie. But find me everywhere that there's a social media. I am trying to keep plugging my Linktree places, so you can keep up to date with the most accurate social media and streaming. Sorry, I didn't get an energy drink tonight because I really wanted to make sure that I went to bed because I'm just very tired, my friends. It's been a long week. It's been a long week of long commutes. Commutes that usually take me 20 minutes to get into downtown Seattle took me an hour and 40 minutes
Why?
yesterday. I was 40 minutes late to work yesterday because there was flash flood warning. And one of the back roads that I take was closed due to flash flooding.
Mm.
because I just live right off of Lake Washington. I wouldn't think a lake would have a flash flooding, but you know what? It happens. And the road was completely covered in water. And guess what?
What?
I had to take the main road, and everyone else was on it. Nobody knows how to drive when it's raining. So you know what? It's too bad I live in a rainy city. But hey, when you're here, your family. This is our local establishment. We have some really great shows. You saw them on the weekly report. Guess what? A new show is going to spawn next month or this Monday. This Monday, for the first ever, is women's classic wrestling. It's going to be myself. It's going to be Astrid, and it's going to be Mel Ball Collins. I'm excited to be on a show with two Collinses. You
Oh
know,
my god.
it sounds crazy. We're going to be talking about episode 1 of season 1 of the Mae Young Classic. I've watched it twice already. I am so excited to talk about women's wrestling and getting pumped about it. I just need to make sure I sleep beforehand.
I'm gonna end up crashing that show at some point. Just
You
be
will.
aware.
You are so welcome.
Did you also see when we were showing the videos in the beginning that on the calendar there is a Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul preview tomorrow for the big fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson tomorrow night? I thought that was crazy. They're boxing.
I thought that match already happened.
No, it got postponed. It's tomorrow.
Okay.
The weigh-in
How
was
come-
tonight.
How come he looks pregnant? Does he not look pregnant? Was that for a bit?
I think that was for a bit.
Okay. I would like him to beat him up so hard that the other Paul brother stops talking.
I don't have any contact with them, but I guess we'll see tomorrow. Who's gonna win the
We'll
big fight?
see. We'll see. I like hearing about fights, but don't ruin Mike Tyson for me.
He's in good shape. I saw pictures from the weigh-in. That's
Do you
good.
think that they're going to do an ear spot?
You know, everything is wrestling. Life is a work.
Do you remember when he had a little stunt in AEW?
I do. He was
He couldn't rip his t-shirt open.
no, we got a procedure, but he did commentary for a Rampage episode, I believe, as well.
It's bad. It's so bad.
It was very bad. I was complaining.
All right. Well, if you've stuck around long enough, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm really bad at telling people to do that, but I'm really good at rambling. So you get what you paid for. This has been Honor Ramble. We'll see you next Thursday. Be kind to each other. Happy wrestling. Bye? Question mark?
Bye, mate.
Bye.